Well, somebody just said I was obsessed with Moldavite. Who? Me? I'm not obsessed with Moldavite. I was just captivated by it. As soon as I felt a piece, I was drawn to its energy. If I spin you the other way around, you'll see this Moldavite like you wouldn't believe. It's okay. I'll just show you when it look. Oh, yummy. You know Superman? This is where kryptonite came from, the idea. Came from Moldavite. Moldavite is a superpower, so everything's inverted. Inside out, wrong way around, back to front. Moldavite, kryptonite, is the power. Amazing, look at this one. Oh, yummy, look at the little curvature on that. Beautiful, and then look at this beauty. Look how that's got the crater in there, isn't that beautiful? And then you turn it slightly and look at that. It's just gorgeous. Tingling on my ears. Then we get some little beautiful pieces from Besenice. It's a Besenice, this one. Almost looks like the hedgehog, a little tiny. It's gorgeous. I know it's hard to see, but yummy. Oh look, there's a football boot. Isn't that cute? Look at that one. Spin it around. Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at that one. Oh, tingling on my eyelids with that one. Oh, look at that beauty. Look at that. That's just divine. Wow, you can feel that. Look at that one. Yummy. Is that beautiful? If you could see it from my angle, you can see it's so vibrantly green. Look at this unique little piece here. Look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Look at that one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at them all. Look at them all. Yes, I hold my hand up. I admit, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed by all crystals, but Moldavite in particular. Why am I obsessed with Moldavite? It wasn't only that the first time I touched a piece of Moldavite that I felt this amazing energy of being lifted, my whole body lifted up. It was a beginning of a journey that intrigued me more than any other crystal. Most crystals, nearly all of them. There's some crystals that I don't connect with. That doesn't mean they don't work. It just, like Libyan glass, doesn't connect with me. I've tried. I've really wanted to connect to it. Didn't connect to me. Some people get so much from Libyan glass, you know. They call that the tactite glass as well. I don't get anything. But in general, for me, if I ever touch a piece of Moldavite, it's like meeting somebody new for the first time that you've been told about, and so much has been said about them and you can't wait to meet them. That's how it feels to me. It feels to me that I feel the excitement as I touch it, and it never lets me down, the feelings that I get. But more importantly, what I've seen Moldavite do for my clients, grown men, scientists, doctors, people who absolutely don't believe in any of this. I just give them a piece of Moldavite. I say, play with it for a few days. Just keep hold of it for a few days. It's great. Not always, but predominantly, they'll say, that's weird. What is that? Why did I break out in a sweat? Why did I feel so... I started crying, man. Exactly. Exactly. And I get so excited when people share stories with me. In fact, I actually feel more excited, not by selling a piece, because I always feel a bit sad when I miss a piece, when it's gone, but I have a happy feeling because I'm getting ready for what's being told. And so many of you guys have shared personal stories with me, and I always keep them to my heart, and they mean so much to me. So I think what it is about 2020 is that I knew there was a new kind of awakening within the Moldavite. It felt like it was its time. It was being charged, or something was happening within the energy. I don't know what it is, but Moldavite now has never been as popular in the world. It's never been as attractive. It's never been as challenging for people, because people want to work with it. They want to become aware. And I actually did put a statement out once saying, if the world touched Moldavite, the world would awaken 1,000 times faster. Because there is something about Moldavite that it awakens the senses that have been suppressed by a dark demonic energy. And we've lived in that world. If you're 50, if you're 30, even if you're 20, even if you're in your teens, you've lived in a world that has suppressed you. You haven't lived in a world where you feel you're free. Freedom means that you're free to express. The only time you can express is when you're in your own room singing in a mirror, because then you feel free, because nobody's going to judge. But the world has become so judgmental. And that's why I say, when you wear a piece of Moldavite, it brings inner strength. It's almost like you feel like saying, I don't care what people think. It's that strong. So it builds up your character. It builds up your resistance to fools and idiots. It definitely makes you sensitive. There is no doubt about that. But that sensitivity is in a different way. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm sensitive and I feel, but I don't care what people think. So it builds up a resilience inside you. You feel stronger, more confident. And yes, you sometimes do go through quite a challenging process. Yes, you might cry. Yes, you might feel burden and pain and feel dreadful. But that's the beginning of the Moldavite opening you up and clearing away the suffering. It isn't actually the Moldavite that's making you feel that way. A Moldavite is saying, hey, here you go. That's where your problem is. Let me show you. Oh, Jesus, don't want to see it. I don't want to wear it. I don't want to see it. Keep it on. Keep it on. Fight against your weaknesses. Fight against the demons. Let them explode. Let them burst out. They need to get out. So they have to come out in your energy. So you've got to have to feel. It's like being sick. Nobody likes to be sick, but you need to get it out. Same thing with Moldavite and the flush. Not just flush, there are lots of other things that happen with Moldavite. It's incredible, Moldavite. And it never ceases to amaze me. I can sit with it and have one piece or 30 or 100 pieces. And there are times when I have to leave the room. I can't actually physically be in the room anymore, because I can feel the healing process being so strong that it's like, I need to slow down. This is like, I'm being healed at 1,000 times the speed than what my body would heal itself on a day-to-day level. So it's incredible. And the amazing combinations that Moldavite kind of sit with and feel comfortable with. It's like, there's certain crystals I don't put together because I just don't feel they feel right in their own way, because they're working on two different things. And sometimes, I don't want to particularly put them two together because I want these two together. So like heart and stomach, I'll always get two crystals that work with heart and stomach, or I'll work with a crystal on the mind, and I want to stick with the mind and not with the stomach, because I'm trying to clear that stuff here first of all. Yes, crystals do go in their separate direction and heal in different places, but it's like I want to be able to focus on certain parts of the body. So when I made a certain crystal called the Moldavite trios, they were purposely made to align. So it was stomach healing, Moldavite, which is open in the third eye, and the beautiful Herkimer, which it does twofold. It opens your eyes, your own natural ability with the Moldavite, but it amplifies it to a way that is hard to explain into words. I'm trying to feel what happens with that exchange of energy. Moldavite and Moldavite Tektite working a unique but very aligned way, because when the Moldavite is working and the Tektite is working, The Tektite is absorbing the issue that the Moldavite releases. So it's a little bit like a guy sat next to you, okay? And you're on a plane and you're about to be sick. He's there ready with a sick bag. So you're going to go, oh, and then all of a sudden the sick bag comes. Well, Tektite's like that. It absorbs that sickness that's within you that you'd feel awful. So that's a great balancer, because if you've got the Tektite that's always absorbing any negative energy that the body's flushing away, then that's perfect. And then you've got the Moldavite, which is awakening, opening, all of the things that the awakening isn't just spiritual, it's your physical, it's everything. So as that's starting to happen, you've got this a surge of energy, which is the clarity. And that's why a Herkimer diamond gives you that clarity of what's happening, what you're seeing. So you can put the pieces together, you can see what's happening, you can feel what's happening. So those three I consider to be the greatest balancers of the spiritual work that we do. And I honestly, with my whole heart, I can't get enough of them. I can't make them fast enough, because people see 11:11. I just see people say to me, Mark, Jesus, this trio is amazing. So I say to you, if I can't make them fast enough, so I say to you, go to your local crystal store and say, please order me, because they will if you ask them. Ask them to order me. I would like a Herkimer diamond, I would like a Tektite, and I would like a Moldavite. Get 3 of them and you'll see. Put them together. It's incredible. Or go to your local jeweler and say, can you make these 3 together for me? Yes, it might cost a bit of money, but it's there for life then. And you can work with them. It's like these are my trios. Beautiful, and they don't have to be huge. I mean, the huge ones are great for healers who are working constantly, and I know some of my clients love to buy them because they're around public, they're around challenging people, so they say I want a bigger piece, and okay, and some people want the smaller pieces, all good. But Moldavite, going back to Moldavite, yeah, just on its own, Moldavite I believe is the crystal of 2020, because what's happening with Moldavite right now is I've seen a huge different frequency within it, and it's almost stepping up to the plate, ready to whack whatever's coming. And that's why I do my best to get as many genuine Moldavites as I can and work on them, because truly they are the crystal of crystals. Yeah, but they're not a crystal, Mark. They're from outer space. Yeah, but I still like to call them a crystal. They're still like a crystal, but they're far more than a crystal. But I don't want to make it sound like they're better than crystals. They're just unique in their own way, just like Tektite is the most unique crystal of absorbing negative energy. No other crystal, I believe, can. I've never seen another crystal absorb like Tektite when I've watched it, when I've worked with it. I've never seen a crystal do that. It's like a sponge. Every other crystal, like lava, black tourmaline, any crystal, onyx is another good one, which is great for clearing negative energy. And like a lot of dark crystals seem to be brilliant for blasting away negative energy, or would we say protection, or blasting away grief or pain and suffering. But Tektite, it's an absorber. It's like it sucks it up. It's like the sea. It's like the sea is the greatest vacuum cleaner in our world for our negative energy, and Tektite is the same. It's incredible. So Moldavite on all levels, whether they're the tiniest chip, which I love, absolutely love working on my chips, and it takes time. It takes a while. Each piece I have to work on separately. So I either hold it and place it on my third eye, or put a few in my hands and then spend a few hours. So these have got, well, you probably know, I've probably shown you them a few times. I've done about 20 hours on each one of these now, so kind of nearly ready. And I don't like to rush into just putting them up because you want one. I want to do the work, and I want to keep that work right. Look at that. That is gorgeous. This one is beautiful. I mean, it's like this one, it's like some of them just spring out to you. You know which one is for you. Moldavite works in a way that it speaks to you, and people have often said to me over these years, I don't understand this, Mark. I went to your website, or I went to a crystal shop because the crystal store said they've got a Moldavite for me. And soon as that happens, oh my God, I feel it. And I feel like I'm being healed. And I said, that is what Moldavite does. It connects with you, even if you're nowhere near it. So some people will say to me, this sounds really strange, Mark, but the moment I placed an order from you and I bought it, I started feeling better already. And I say that's because the power of Moldavite connects with you instantly and you connect with it. And that is the difference between this. That's the special thing about Moldavite. A lot of people don't know about it still. And when I introduce somebody to it, it always reminds me of the first day I was introduced to it. I didn't know what it was. It looked ugly, and my first mentor put it in my hand, and it was like, it just changed my life. And it's like, that was the real pursuit of me understanding crystals and working with them. And I love going to crystal stores. If you'll always catch me in a crystal store, because I enjoy feeling them. And I've often said to my clients, and I've said to you, if you can't afford a crystal, go to your local crystal store, because any wholehearted, genuine crystal owner shop will be overjoyed if you come in and admire and touch the crystals, because their life isn't about selling crystals. It's about working with them, understanding them, and feeling the joy when people buy them. So, you get, my first crystal friend who had a shop. When I walked through the door, I had very little money. Literally very little money. But his smile, his kindness to me, and he wanted to see my reaction because he heard I'd just started healing and becoming a healer. And he'd put that, how does that feel? Whoa, that feels really, really strong. All of a sudden, like, my knees are great. He says, yeah, it's great for joints. So we would like communicate, and he'd have crystals ready. After 1 year of going to him, he used to have crystals ready for me, because I used to go every Wednesday, because I took an hour or two off to go to Malaga. He's no longer there, but I used to take 2 hours off, go there and just feel crystals. And he used to ask me what crystals were good for what. And he'd write it down and he'd share it with his clients. So we were both gaining from each other. I was gaining from the feeling of crystals and understanding them. And he was gaining from selling crystals to people and saying, well, there's a healer who comes in and says he feels this is good for that and that's good for that. And he did actually do quite well by doing it that way. So if you are even thinking about opening a crystal store, it's a very good idea to meet or at least get connected to crystal healers, because they will give you information. If you just put the crystal in their hand, if they are really truly a crystal healer, if they hold it within a matter of moments, they will tell you what that crystal is good for. And that is a wonderful thing, because you're not just copying out of a book. You're feeling the experience from your client, and you're feeling it too. And when you take the brave step to, say, pick up, blue calcite and just hold that blue calcite for yourself and say, well, why should be a healer be any more important, and why should he be any more accurate than me? Well, exactly. They shouldn't be. You are equal to anybody in this world. So you can pick up a crystal and hold it. Like, I'll just try it with this one. I got a blue calcite. I'll try it with blue calcite. Okay, so I'll just go quiet and see what I feel. I can feel my heartbeat. I can feel my whole chest becoming really sensitive. I feel like I'm letting go of a lot of stress that I didn't realize I was carrying in my mind and in my heart. I feel the energy of peace. I feel like I can just get up now and just fly out of the window. I feel more balanced. I feel more balanced. I feel like time doesn't matter. I feel like I'm living in the moment. My mind feels empty. It's just a beautiful feeling. My back, higher back, feels like it's growing stronger, and I want to kind of sit up because it's trying to straighten my back. I have tingling in my head, especially at the top of my head, just there, tingling all here like something's opening. Down at the side here in my liver, feels like my liver's being washed as I'm holding it. I feel like any worries and fears are just slipping away, and I feel really good. My eyes are tingling. My breath seems to be like telling me to breathe deeper, so I'm not breathing well enough, so that feels better. So, okay. So these crystals, what they do is they highlight what we need to do for our body to feel more balanced. They clear away the worry and the fear and the negative energy around us. It helps us in the physical way where it's working on certain parts of the body or telling us what we need to heal. So liver and my back, straighten your back, Mark. So little things are being spoken to me as I'm working with them. That is how you understand crystals. And that is how I put my crystals on the website with a description of how they work. So they're very different from other people's description from the past of many millennia who copy other people's work, because I believe each of us can attune to certain crystals and they will help us in a different way. So when I talk about a crystal helping me, it doesn't mean it's going to help you in that way, but it could give you an idea of what it might help with. So not always, but what I do notice is that the combination of knowing what it says is normally the latter. What that means is when you say go to my website and you fall in love with a crystal, that's the one. Why is that? I don't know. And then you read the description, you go, Jesus, it makes sense. That's why I need it. That's exactly how I was drawn to it. So it's fascinating to see how crystals are so amazing. But to go back to Moldavite, as I always do in my life, it's been the most secure crystal I've ever worked with, meaning that it's always looked after me. It's never let me down. It's always helped me grow stronger, and especially now when I wear Moldavite. And again, it doesn't matter what size it is, because that's a myth. It's a joke. Don't even go there. I've got huge pieces, exactly the same as a small piece. They work just as beautiful. So Moldavite, it doesn't discriminate because it's a small piece, and it doesn't say you need to be a big piece. It's as powerful as a tiny piece. And to be honest, some of the smaller pieces are amazing. Now, I had, I think, 4 or 6 of them from the very beginning, and they were up there actually. I did a clean out of this place the other day. I cleaned it all out. I thought, you know what, I want to clean out. So, and then I thought, I'm going on the Richie Allen radio show. I know what I'm going to do, because there might be some healers out there who want some stuff from this room that they feel, well, I'd love some stuff to create my own house and healing room and have some nice bits and pieces. So I thought, okay. So I got a big box about that big, and I started putting my lifelong tools and bits and pieces, signs, different crystals, some Moldavites that I've had for years, and then some other bits and pieces, and just filled the box up, basically filled it to the top. A packet of tarot cards that I used to use and stuff like that. I just filled it all up, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? After I've done the Richie Allen show, I'm going to say to everybody, go to the Richie Allen radio show, send a €5, €5, and you'll be entered into a draw, and somebody might be the lucky winner to get it. So Yeah, I said that live on the show, and I might as well say it now. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put a link, because the draw isn't till next Tuesday, so you've got plenty of time. So I'll just put one link under here, and it'll be for the Richie Allen donation. So just donate £5, which then helps Richie stay alive. And if you watch the Richie Allen show, I'm sure you're addicted to the show now, and his amazing energy and the amazing people who are coming on. He's got 2 amazing people on tonight again. Honestly, guys, it's really, really, really well worth watching every day or listening to the Richie Allen, because you really only get truth on that show. Everywhere else is a lie. Mainstream media is, as you all know now, is complete and utter lies and manipulations, and all to do with now forced vaccines. So we realise now that there is no truth out there, so we need to find places and look after people who are sharing the truth. And that's why I always help Richie, because he brings people on who never have a voice. Very rare they have a voice, whereas on his show they give them an hour, like he gave me, and he let me speak, and some people really gained a bit of knowledge and strength and happiness and joy from Richie allowing me to do a radio show in front of, I don't know how many millions, but there are, on the night of the show, there's 200,000-400,000 people always listening, and then he puts it onto little old YouTube, and there's a few thousand that listen to it thereafter. So, to get that opportunity is a beautiful thing, and that's why I support the Richie Allen radio show. I always have done, from I can't even right back to day one when I started listening to him. I was hooked, because I realised there's a true one. There's one who speaks the truth. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to pop out now and then crack on with all those crystals over there that I'm going to do. Some beautiful fade and quartz that I'm working on. Epido, some really beautiful Epido over there as well. And some, there's so much over there I'm working on. Some beautiful raw pieces of black tourmaline that have been beautifully mounted, and some beautiful pieces of stitch tie, the fingers, which are citrine fingers, and I've got some beautiful agates. These are just so joyful. These are some agates. You can't see them, but they're a really deep, beautiful, reddy. They're just gorgeous, like rubies. So beautiful. Like how many do you want? 3 or 4? I said no, I want the whole lot. What? I said I want the whole lot. Yeah, that's it then. Okay, I'll put the link there. Good luck. I hope you get the box, and if you do, then I think you might be very pleasantly surprised. There's some beautiful things in there. So yeah, till tomorrow then. Love you all. Thank you for your amazing messages. I really mean that. I thought I was a bit nervous on the Richie Allen radio show, but you said I did a good job, and I'm really happy I did. I don't know where it all came from, but I think a lot of people got a lot of good information from that, and I really wanted to talk about that. And maybe tomorrow I'll extend on that conversation about the soul and about who we truly are and where we go and what we do in that moment. I might go into detail as well. So yeah, let's see. So until tomorrow, thank you so much once again. Love you all. Thank you for your amazing messages. Mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for going to markbayerski.com and buying your authentic shamanic tools, crystals, oils and incense that I work with every day, and I hope you love them as much as I love working with all of them. I really mean that. Thanks a lot. See you later, guys. It's a beautiful day, and I hope you feel that joy within me that I give to you. Really? Am I just talking to myself now? Okay, so okay then, let's do that then. So apparently we're gonna do a live tonight, so I'm gonna try and do that then. So what time? About 9 o'clock Spain time. Let's do a live. Let's do a meditation, live meditation. Well, I'm doing it anyway, so I've got all the names, nearly 1,000 names, maybe more. So yeah, maybe if you want to join me tonight, we'll do a live half an hour, 40-minute meditation. I'll give a little talk to start with, as I always do, a little uplifting talk, and then we'll go into absent healing. So get your crystals ready, get your oils ready, get your incense ready, and let's do a live tonight, and I'll see you later on then. Okay. Where that came from, don't know. But let's do it. Okay, see you later.